Hey everyone, this is Lord Magicus. Alright, let's get our last day of Merfolk in Historic done with. So here we go. This is where we ended up for Friday. So let's see if these tweaks have made any additional difference. We're getting close to that 2,000 gold range. Alright, let's go. I don't know. It feels like things have gotten a little bit more hostile, and I'm not sure if we have a good way to fix that. There could be ways to adjust it, but like I I'm not convinced that there's like a stellar winning plan that's going to fix all of our problems. Partially because any point at which you do manage to like fix your matchups, it's just going to start pairing you against stuff that you're not prepared for anyway. We'll keep this. This is one of the reasons that I think like pairings should always be like 100% random. Like if you're gonna do pairings, it should be random within a tier. It shouldn't be like look trying to calculate like down to the deck matchup like 50%. Like I really, really, really despise stuff like that. Because I'm not playing this like that doesn't tell me anything useful about my deck if you're doing that. Well, there's Bone Crusher Giant. That wasn't great. I guess we're throwing out Mistbinder because I want to save Mass. I guess it doesn't really matter in this matchup because we're probably not getting Island Walk here. It might be possible. I They probably don't have islands though. Oh my god, they have another Bone Crusher. Um, guess I'm just passing here and casting Trickster. This doesn't look great. Like this is kind of what Modern turned into. Like honestly, I'm not really okay with this. We're like losing to the same cards in this format that we're losing to in Modern. It's all like Dragon's Rage Channeler and Unholy Heat and Seasoned Pyromancers, like, Fatal Pushes and stuff. Even like Croxes and all that nonsense. Look at this. We're playing like a deck that's limited to Historic, so we don't get like our Ether Vials or anything else, but like these decks are just getting to play like actual factual Modern. I can't believe there was ever a time when they looked at Kaladesh, like the one time we could have possibly gotten Ether Vial, and they said, you know what? They, they have Fatal Push in hand, don't they? I'm not blocking this. No, I'm not. I'm not falling for your trap. I know you're trying to get Revolt so you can kill this thing. Svalin is worth too much to me right now. No, the problem I think is like they had this thing. Oh god. I still think they have Fatal Push in hand. I think they were just trying to be able to use the push instead of that turn. Hmm. Yeah, how could you like know that you were gonna do stuff like this? Because they work like 2 years in advance, so they had to have known that like this was the vision they had for Historic, and like really Ether Vial is too strong. I don't even get to see what the list of things is they can do with this. Okay, I don't get to see what the offers are. Are they just randomly generated? That's that's just crap. How am I supposed to know like I have to discard a card in order to attack this Davriel? Well, I'm gonna have to do it because I need this thing to die. And I want them to play Bone Crusher so I can Trickster it down at least. That can't be good. If they're doing that, it's because they have removal in hand. Let's get this off of here. No, I need this to go away. And if I don't draw a land next turn, then it's going to be too late to come back, because a company's the only thing that's going to help me at this point. Actually, Croxa can just come back, can't he? So I'm just dead anyway. There's like nothing I can do here. Oh, that'll work. Sure. They'll just play another Bone Crusher. Well, I got mana screwed here. No, but like, I don't know, like, it just, yeah, like what I was saying, it's like, I can't believe that they put masterpieces in everything except Kaladesh, which would have been the one thing that helped us. So, what the hell is the deal with that? I don't actually think the Drake is going to help us here because they have a bunch of black removal. I think this is where we want Kira. Probably negate. And this is where Mara Regery is not very good. Probably Mistcaller's not very good either. So, yeah, like, creature decks in just, like, every format, like, if you're trying to play, like, a fair creature deck, like, or if, like, an Aether Vial deck, good luck, like, they're all, like, super, super hurt. It's all just, you know, like, your creatures have to be basically one-card win conditions now, like, kind of Death Shadow, or Croxa, or, like, Dragon's Rage Channeler, like, that kind of nonsense. Like, if your creature can't win the game by itself, then, like, what are you doing? And especially if you can play it with Luris, even better. And I don't know, it just... The more and more I'm playing of Historic, the more this is just reminding me of all the reasons I don't want to play Modern. And if that's what I'm seeing here, then, like, that's gonna push me away from this too. Because it's kind of the problem with the design, though. If you actually, like, look at what they've been doing with everything in the last, like, 2 years, every format has been, like, ridiculously dominated by all the cards they printed since 2019. If you actually look at the statistic, like, there have been a few people who have actually gone through, like, all the tier 1 metas and, like, looked at the number of copies of, like, you know, given cards by year. Yeah, the 2019 cards, they are just incredibly just, like, overpowering everything else. And it's continued to be the case. So even stuff, you know, like this card. This is like one of the best removal spells they've ever printed because it's so easy to fill up the graveyard. Look at this, like, Croxa is coming down here. Okay, this card wins the game by itself, and it's just crazy how ridiculously strong all these things have gotten. I mean, even our deck, like, the best cards in our deck are like Sphaloon and Shoreline Scout. They're new cards. Well, there goes Collected Company. And, you know, also, like, in Modern, it's like Tide Shaper, like, that's trying to help keep Merfolk afloat. I guess, yeah, I have to play Brazen Borrower here. There we go. Maybe I can play the Silvergill next turn. Hope that Fatal Push is not going to get rid of Borrower because I need that. I don't really have a chance without it. There, oh, I guess... Alright. Reveal this. Draw our card first because we might draw something relevant. It looks like they have Fatal Push, I'm guessing. Why would you let me draw first? If you have the push, like, you definitely shouldn't let me do this. I don't know. It's... Magic as a whole is just becoming less and less interesting to me because whereas the game used to be about, like, you know, balancing, like, the cool new stuff versus the old things that you could do, now it just seems like it's more and more about just buy the new set and just 4 cards or whatever they just printed and, like, that's your deck now. And I as much as it sounds like that's just complaining, like, if you look at the statistics for the decks, that's actually what's been happening. And I think that it's a large part of, like, it's been driving people away from this. Oh fuck, they're gonna pick odd, aren't they? Alright, I guess they can trade these 2 things. But here comes Croxa, though. Back with a vengeance, and I don't have a way to beat Croxa. I'm gonna have to discard this negate. All I can hope for is that they try to play, like, a Chandra or something from their hand instead. They should definitely just be jamming Croxa right now. That's a no-brainer. Yeah, easily. Jam this first, get rid of my card, then use removal, and then you just win the game. Because, you know, Crocs is it does... It just, like, does everything. It's great. Cool, Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, look, it's another one of those cards I was talking about that just, like, is ubiquitous in all the formats. That because it's a one card that just does everything. It's a removal spell and a legit win con. Um, I can't actually attack because they can do that at instant speed, and I think they're going to. What I have to do is Trickster down Croxa here. Then draw, like, Coco and hope that Coco does something. They still just have, like, a million ways from Sunday to win this game, though. They probably could have attacked with Den of the Bugbear there if they wanted to. Well, I mean, Svaloon's fine, but... my board is still very vulnerable. Like, a swift breeze is just gonna kill me. Oh, fuck. That'll do it. Alright, I give up. I have no board with which to block these things, so... so be it. All right, one more match and then we're done with it this week. Honestly, like I kind of just want to take a break from Magic as a whole because the way that they've treated this game, in the past 2 years, it's disgusting to me. And I thought maybe for a little while I could get away from it in historic, but it's becoming more apparent that that Jumpstart Historic Horizons has only made it worse and not better. Because now this format is basically just like the worst elements of all the things I've been talking about. This is terrible. Well, maybe it's not that bad. Like, it's okay. You know what? It's a little bit better than I thought, but it doesn't feel like it's great. Okay, this is definitely not the kind of match where this is going to be good. Denial is only really helpful against this deck if you can do it in like turn one. All right. Here I have to trickster this thing. I want to be able to kill this. There's no way they're going to block this. But there's also no way that I'm going to block whatever they're playing, so... Yeah, look, this is going to get out of hand insanely fast. See, like, a deck like this would be where, like, the Fog card would actually be kind of helpful, but... Probably a little bit too late for that to make a huge difference here. Oh god, this is only going to get worse. I have to do this, though. Sphaloon can keep one of these things under control, but I... This is... It's going to be difficult. Every creature I play is just making their stuff bigger. Still can't attack here. Oh god. Like, that we're not defeating this. Heliod is just like gonna take all this and make this ridiculous. If it was just like the creatures here, this would be fine, but like, so this is another one of those cards where it's just like the entire deck is just gonna abuse Heliod until it wins. So just give it lifelink, it's fine. Like, how do I defeat this at this point? They have way too many things. Is it possible here? I can't do 42 damage to them. I don't think that there's any way for me to get through this. Like, I can't undo their board state, and it's just their board state is just going to outpace mine because of Soul Mender. Any creature I play is just going to add a cat. Like, it's going to add 2+1/+1 counters to their board, and they're adding way too much power. I don't think that I can actually defeat this. Like, playing company here doesn't really accomplish anything. Alright, I mean, I have... If there's a way for me to do this, I guess it involves Trickster here. At this point, we're just dragging this out for the sake of dragging it out. We just put one Brazen Borrower on the bottom, which is not helpful to us. Okay, is this enough? Like, this can copy a Trickster, tap one thing down. This can tap two things down. So I can go 1, 2, 3. I don't think that's enough to actually, like, do what I need it to do, though. I attack with Sphalen, I'm just giving them a bunch more life. Alright, Trickster is still tapping three things down now. But I don't think it matters. Oh my god, this is so obnoxious. I don't want to keep clicking through all this shit. I'm just hoping that I can draw something. Alright. Is this an... If I cast this Phalune, they'll gain more life, but I can tap down at least 2 more things, right? I don't think that I have enough to kill them. Alright, what do I need? I need to draw a Trickster here. That's it. That's what we're going with. They can block 3 things. I don't think I have enough damage to kill them. I had to take a chance. Like, there is not really a different way to do this. The longer I wait, the more out of hand it was going to get. I'm reasonably sure that this isn't going to kill them. There was not really a way that we could outpace it, so it is what it is. Alright, let's... That was just one game. My god, this is going to go forever. Alright, well, the good news is that this hand does have the ability, I think. No, it doesn't. I have to have an island this turn. Fuck, I can't actually do it. Alright, I'm just gonna have to Brazen Borrower and bounce whatever they play. Nope, I need an island. That's what's necessary here. Neat. If I don't find an island, then none of this matters. So if I bounce the Selfless Savior, they'll just use it on Luris in response. So what I need to do is I have to wait until their end step, and then bounce it, and then use Savage Swipe on my turn. Chances are they probably have a protection spell in their hand, so this is all not going to matter anyway. No, surprisingly they don't. Okay. Shock and Awe. They choose to do nothing here? I don't understand. Why? Why would you not do a thing? I know you have at least something you could have played. Is making a token that valuable to you? It feels like it shouldn't be. Oh, there it is. Elspeth conquers death. Neat. I'm not going to be able to do this next turn, like, easily. So I probably, like, yeah, it's going to cost 3. I'm not happy about that. They might just have another Lurrus, though. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, well, they do have Lurrus. They can just bring Lurrus back with this. Horse. Now we have that back. Neat. That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention to that. Because I don't have an answer to this now. Hmm. Why would you do this, though? This feels like such a blunder. Like, their deck is not even the same deck they were playing in game 1. Well, that's not great. I was really hoping I'd find a Lord off of that. Um... The Lord would have super punished them. Alright, that's... Alright, well, we just repeat the same trick here. I guess I can force them to at least sacrifice the savior. Okay. But why would you not save it with the savior? That doesn't make sense. It's like they're trying to hand me this game, and I don't understand what's going on. What the fuck are they doing? Like, how did I lose to this? This isn't even, like, the same thing that we were fighting against before. Alright. Come on. Give me... That'll do it. Okay. I don't know how we won that. What the absolute fuck was happening? I, I can't explain this. This doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so we do have to be worried about Luris, I guess. But it seems like the removal spells were doing their job. Okay, I guess we're just gonna try this again. Can we get there? This is another long day, but right, we're gonna try to finish strong, I guess. They took one mulligan. I think I have to keep this. Alright. Well, that's a yikes. Alright, well, if that's the case, then probably don't need to play Glasspool as a land. I can just play it as a creature. This is gonna get out of hand quickly. So next turn, what I can do is I can play Master and then Savage Swipe at the same time. You know, this might have made more sense if I had done this before I turned them into... Because I could have done... Fuck, that would... I screwed myself on this. I can at least kill this thing. I don't want to attack here. I kind of have to double block this. They're both gonna die, but at least this will die. Alright. We're trying. I think I screwed myself a little bit earlier, but, like, we almost are stabilizing this. We can get Svelun out, that might help. Never mind, I'm just gonna keep playing Lords until I win. What is in your hand? You have, like, nothing. Oh, they have Wrath of God, okay. I can live with that. Fuck! No! God damn it, why? God. I hate this so much! I can't deal with any of these things. We were so close to turning this game around, and then like Wrath of God and the Elspeth conquers death just ended us. Yep, this is happening. Uh, I should have played this Shoreline Scout. I didn't think about that. I didn't realize I had 3 mana here because I'd need to petty theft something right now. Problem is like Luris is just gonna recast this stupid thing every turn. I don't have a way through this, and I'm out. I'm like out of cards here. They are very not. This is far too late for this to actually matter. All right, I have to block Ajani's Pride Mate. Sure. It's Coco or bust this turn. Thank you. There we go. That sounds about right. Well, I don't know what to say. We've made negative progress this week, which means we have failed. That means things were too hostile for us to actually, like, to climb up the ladder at all. I don't know what to say. Like, you asked me, like, 2 weeks ago, I think we were doing just fine, but maybe we were only doing fine because, like, there were decks like Jeskai, or, the Rogues deck. Maybe, I think less the Rogues deck, but probably more, like, if there's more Jeskai decks running around, then we're probably better. That can't imagine, like, also against Tybalt's Trickery, like we also had a much better matchup against that deck than a lot of other ones did. So maybe by removing those 2 cards, like, they've actually made the format a lot more hostile against us. So I don't know, that could be the case. Maybe it's just, the pairings are just like ass, and that's just how it is. But that's all we're doing for this week. I don't know what's gonna happen next week. Like, I am at a point where I feel like I kind of need a break, and now feel like I have no refuge to which to run. So if Wizards of the Coast is viewing this as a war of attrition, then they're making Sun Tzu very proud right now. So I honestly don't know what it is that I would even want to play. So It might be that next week I might just announce that we're taking a week off. So that could be. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get there. And in any case, I hope at least this was entertaining this week. I mean, I guess it was somewhat fun, but like, I don't know. I'm not comfortable with this, and I know like what I would have to do if I wanted to be successful at Magic right now, but the problem is that I don't think that having to do that would that's not entertaining to me. So that's like I used to play Magic where I would just like play like 15 different decks and switch whichever one it was. Like I owned every deck in Modern at one point. So like I would just play whatever deck it was that I thought was going to be best that week. And like I definitely could do that, but the problem is like I don't really want to do that. Like I was very successful at doing that, but I think that I just wouldn't enjoy it, and like I don't want to do something that I don't find fun. And right now, things are kind of crashing to the all-time low point where like this was like the last bastion where I was kind of enjoying myself, and now we're not even doing that. So like I don't know where I'm at the moment. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes, but like that's all I've got for today. So, all right. I will see you when I see you. Take it easy, everyone.